स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम् स्वधर्मज्ञानवैराग्य साध्यभक्त्येकगोचरः नारायणः परम् ब्रह्म गीताशास्त्रे समीरितः श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि
स्वमाहात्म्यं मनुष्यत्वे परत्वञ्च महात्मनां विशेषो नवमे योगो भक्तिरूपः प्रकीर्तितः.
In the ninth chapter are well expounded his own unique greatness, his undiminished divinity in his incarnations as man, the high worth of great souls who seek only God attainment, and the discipline which consists of devotion to God.
Today there was a mention in the Srimad Ragasya Trayatara of the Vedanta Desika that a devotee should remember many personalities, and there was one example that a demon must be remembered. That incident anecdote is very rare. Many people are not ready, are not able to find, even great people are not able to find out where it occurred. But it is in short in the commentary on Srimad Ragasya Trayatara. It is about a king, Upari Chara Vasu. Easily pronounced as Upashra Vasu. Upari Chara Vasu. He was a king, and he favored demons initially, because demons are also devotees of God, devotees of Brahma, devotees of Shiva, and so on. And therefore, later that he now, why is the mention of this Uparichara Vasu? We must find out. Initially, we must give respect to all, irrespective of their status or the attitude and so on. There are some people who act as though they are devotees. So they also must be adored. They also must be favored. They also must be worshipped. They also must be helped. And they also must be respected and so on. But after some time, when we realize that they are only acting, then we can avoid them. We can give up their friendship and so on. So in this context, the name Upari Chara Vasu, a king, has been mentioned. But again, the joke here is, he says Asuradi, demon, etc., demon and others. Initially, we give respect to them, and then afterwards we withdraw our contact with them. And Adi refers to etc. and others, and he says that is Sita of Ramayana, and that is where because Sita respected Ravana, because he came in the form of a monk, sannyasi. Then she stopped, because she gave hospitality to him. And then later on, she realized that he is not a original Brahmin and so. Actually, he is a Brahmin. Uh, he is called Vishrava's son of Vishravas. Even Kubera has got the name Vaishravas. He is the son of a great sage. But he was a demon by bhava. That's what his attitude. So why I say this is, who must be remembered? An asura and even the goddess here. That means this asura, this rather the king, the demon king, respected all demons, and then withdrew his friendship with the demons. He found that all the demons are not good people. And so also Sita could not understand initially. And the beauty here in this year, Lord Sriman Narayana is Sarvajnaha, all-knowing, omniscient. But in Ramavatara, in the incarnation as Rama, he pretends as though he does not know many things. And he only gives us the example of a perfect human life. And Sita is in tune with him. She also pretends that she doesn't know. The question is, because she is the mother of the whole world, can she not recognize Ravana as in true form and then reject him in the beginning itself? So that is where this is our understanding. Sita pretends to be not knowing who Ravana is, and then so this is, by the way, of course, we will take up this verse. So in this context, because nobody should be insulted, nobody should be hurt. That's the essence of it. We saw the most compassionate quality of the Lord in the earlier verse. Now we see the verse here. Swamahatmyam Manushyatve. That's why I wanted to tell you why Manushyatve. Manushyatve refers to Rama. Paratvam refers to Krishna. The Swamahatmyam, Swa is one's own, O-W-N. I think we can relate to the English translation also that you have. So Mahatmyam, greatness. I think it's enough that you show both English or Sanskrit and verse in Sanskrit and meaning in English. Sorry. Meaning in English and verse in Sanskrit. Yeah. So in the third line, you get the word Navame in the 9th chapter. What are the subjects dealt with? His own unique greatness. Swa Mahatmyam. Swa is own, O-W-N. And then Mahatmyam is greatness. And as an incarnation in the form of human being, that meaning Manushyatve, that means Rama, his divinity is undiminished. So that's what we have been saying, that he has aprakrita shariram. That means his body is made up of sattva quality only, and it is given, I think, in the earlier English term, energy, divine energy. So he is always with the divine energy, even in any form, either animal or fish, starting from the fish and so on. Coming to the Rama's incarnation, then he has undiminished divinity. That's what we call Paratvam. Paratvam. Paratvam is divinity. And again, undiminished is extra word. So Mahatmanam of the great, the high worth of the great soul, who seek only God attainment. The Mahatma is one, a great soul is one who wants only one aim, that is to be achieved, that is God. Other proximity to God and understanding of God, realization of His true form, be one with Him, and look at the world of creation as He sees at the creation, as the Paramatma looks at the creation, meaning nonchalantly. Keshav Swami is fond of two birds. One bird is doing some action, the other bird watching silently. So this is what the Lord also does with regard to the creation. And so also the individual soul wants, great souls, great individual souls want to have observation only, without any comments, without any involvement. Then Vishesha, this is what we call Vishesha, speciality. And that speciality is what we call Yoga, Vishesha Yoga. Yoga, the discipline. And we have been talking about the unavoidability of two yogas, karma and jnana, along with bhakti. Now, Bhakti Rupaha Yoga, the discipline is in the form of devotion, and that has been sung, S-U-N-G, Prakirtitaha. Kirtitaha, Kirtanam. Kirtanam is singing. Kirtanam is the song. Prakirtitaha, well sung. Well sung means well appreciated, well praised, and so on. I think that also well expounded is it. Well expounded. Okay, that can be accepted also. This is the essence of the 30th verse. And we are now entering into a stage, even in the 9th chapter. We have now we are crossing half of the Bhagavad Gita. Out of the 18 chapters, now we are going through the first half, finished the first half, and we are jumping into the second half. But while you divide it into 6 each, then we are again in the middle of the second 6. And therefore, so here itself, the Bhakti Yoga, the discipline of devotion starts. So that we must understand, namely, Jnana Yoga involves Bhakti Yoga also. Again, Karma Yoga involves Jnana Yoga also. And all the three are complementary to each other. They, what we call, substantiate each other's status. And again, I remind today's discussion that if one is not a good Karma Yogi, or Jnana Yogi, or Bhakti Yogi, or even Prapatti Yogi, then he cannot be insulted. He cannot be troubled. He cannot be avoided. But we have to accept him. So let's go to the commentary. I think that also will be very easy. We'll have to see two verses from Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter. One is number 4, the other is 11. So Swamahatmyam, so 64, paragraph 64. Swamahatmyam, what is his own unique greatness, sovereignty. Maya tatam idam sarvam. We will look up the verse later. The simple meaning of this Maya tatam idam sarvam is, he is Lord Vishnu, he is Lord Vishwam. He is part and parcel of the universe, and he pervades the whole universe. The whole universe is within him, and he is the Antaryami of the universe. So Maya tatam means spread over. Idam, this world, that is Leela Vibhuti. Sarvam, all. So all the Leela Vibhuti, perhaps even Nitya Vibhuti, are spread over by him. By me, it is Maya, by me. So ityadibihi shodhitam. So we will be analyzing it. We will be analyzing it by what should be the greatness of, what will be the greatness, unique greatness of the Lord. And then the second one is in full presentation. Avajananti mam mudhaha manushim tanum ashritam param bhavam ajananto mama avyayam anuttamam. When Lord Krishna incarnated, starting with the mother Devaki, she gave birth to Lord Krishna, including Vasudeva, her husband. All were enamored by the beauty of Lord Krishna, and they always had a very great affection for him, not as a god, but as their own child. And that is also the same case with Yashoda and Nandagopa. Nandagopa is always what we call careful. On guard, we say, on guard, G-U-A-R-D, on guard, to protect by all means Lord Krishna as a child. And therefore he is called, he is holding a spear in the hand, or you can say trident in the hand. In the first Margaret Tingal and the Tirupavai of the Goda Devi, Andal, she is the incarnation of the Bhuma Devi, the goddess of earth, as promised to Varahavatara, the incarnation of great boat, as a great boat. And therefore, she says, Kurvel Kodundolilan Nandagopan. And that is the affection that we show to the Lord in any incarnation. In any incarnation. Take it as a lion man form. Prahlada was so devoted. Prahlada was so devoted, though he knew that it is Lord Sriman Narayana, nothing can be done against him and so on. With all his auspicious qualities in endless number, he was always, he was concentrating on the lion man form. And he adored him. Prahlada Stuti. Prahlada praised him. And in order to appease his anger. And also coming to Rama's incarnation. In many places, he always acts like a human being. In some places, he shows himself as God. And again, we always say that he is acting. He is putting up a guise, Vesham. That is all we say about Rama. Krishna again, Yashoda is so affectionate that even when she saw the Paratvam, the supremacy, the all total sovereignty, the very moment she understands that, the next moment she is deluded by Maya. And therefore she is always fond of fondling the child. And even poets, great poets like Vedanta Deshika or anybody, recently I had the good experience of studying through Gopala Vimshati, the same title given by Manavala Mamuni on Lord Krishna as a child. I went through these 21 verses. I was also attracted towards the usage of Sanskrit words. Some are very relevant and some are very alluring. And therefore, I will also tell you one or two later in the later session after finishing the translation, and I can also send you a copy so that you can also enjoy the Sanskrit, the English translation, and the Tamil. Here, why there is in Archavatara also you must have the same type of attitude. In Archavatara, that is when you visit temples, you must have the feeling that Lord is in flesh and blood. You can talk to Him. We say many things, but practicing is very difficult. But still, Archavatara, again Archavatara, the figure, the idol, is made up of sattva, Suddha sattva, totally pure. And we must understand that Archavatara is only a real God. He is not a representative of God, representation. So it is a very embodiment of God. That is where we have the devotion to reach the climax. That is what we have Bhakti Rupa. I repeat, Manushyatve Bhakti Rupa. Manushyatve Bhakti Rupa, not Paratvam. If the Lord is supreme, then we are at a distance. We don't understand. Okay. So we don't understand fully. If it is Moon, if it is Manushyatvam, then we can understand. We can compare ourselves and we can take our own examples and make a parallel. But he says, if I am born, if I am incarnating, you can also say born. So I am incarnating as a human being. People think that I am only an ordinary human being. That is what avajananti mam mudaha. People who have ignorance will understand me as manushim tanum asritam. God also will be like us, with all aberrations, with all what you call faults, mistakes, plus points and negative points, just like us. That's what we understand, or rather misunderstand. Whereas the parambhavam ajanantaha mama avyayam anuttamam. They don't understand the supremacy of the Lord, parambhavam, meaning the full controller in everything. So he has what we call adhikyam, supremacy, and also all other qualities like you can say even achalatvam, the stillness. It doesn't move. That's what is avyayam, immutability or unchangeable. He is unchangeable. But still he shows in his incarnation some changes. But those changes are temporary. And not only temporary, but they are also part and parcel of the Lord. The temporary changes are also. So whenever we worship in temples also, we take the incarnation. We take the figures of incarnation to worship. And therefore, so parambhavam ajanantaha, they don't understand the supremacy. Then mama, me, mine. Then avyayam, because of the unchangeability. And anuttamam. Uttamam is the best. Anuttamam is the best. Curiously enough, it looks like an opposite of uttamam. It looks like opposite of uttamam. But in Sanskrit, this is a peculiar word with a negative prefix. It just means the same. Anuttamam means the best. Uttamam, best. Then, so that is Gita, Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 11th verse. I think there is no further explanation necessary. So, iti paratvasya manushya dashayam api avyayatvam uktam. So, paratvasya, meaning Parabrahmanaha. We saw the two words Paramam Brahma last time. Paramam Brahma. Paramam Brahma. And therefore Paramam Brahma, Param Brahma, Parabrahma, all the three are same, I told you. So we don't understand his what you call topmost position. There's nobody beyond him. There's nobody above him. Na bhuto na bhavishyati. You can also say kalatitaha. He is beyond time. Deshatitaha, beyond space. And so many other words. So again amalatvam, we come to the same quality. Amalatvam, purity. Ajaratvam, he has no old age. Apahata papmatvam, no sin can touch him. Vishokatvam, he has no worry. He has no worry. He has no botheration. He doesn't care. He is not sad. Because but in Achavatara, especially when Lord Sriman Narayana in the form of Sri Ranganatha is in a lying posture, is in a reclining pose. Sometimes we think that he is sleeping because of worry. Some people do not sleep because of worry. Some people have deep sleep because of worry. They want to forget their worries. Therefore, they have a deep sleep. So neither this nor this we have Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra, a fiend sleep. F-E-I-G-N-E-D. The fiend sleep. He is just acting that he is sleeping. He is aware of everything. He watches everybody, everything happening here. And therefore, that Paratvam is not understood when we also say he has some lacunae. No lacunae is there. We think that so he has no change. That's what we call avyayatvam. Avyayatvam. Avyayatvam in the next line. In manushya dashayam api. Even when he is a human being, even when he is in a human being, manushya dashayam. Avyayatvam uktam. There is no change. Uktam, it is said, avyayatvam, no change. So he is the same person, whether he is in Vaikuntha or Leela Vibhu, as an incarnation. Now you understand the difference between Rama and Krishna. Rama at least looked like an ordinary human being, whereas Krishna, though born as a human being, though incarnated as a human being, he was making a lot of adventures. He was doing a lot of things unbelievable. And that is what the character of Lord Krishna. So again now, Prastuta Avatara Vivakshaya. Now this is what we are going to deal with now. So Prastuta means relevant, the contextual, the application here. It is applied here. Avatara incarnation. Vivakshaya, to tell you, with a desire to tell you. Bhaktum Icha, the desire to say, desire to announce, desire to publicize. And Vivakshaya, Manushya Avastatva Uktihi. When you see that Lord Krishna is only supreme soul, when he is making some games, what you call using some pranks, and then so many. We cannot list the activities of Lord Krishna in a single session. Therefore, any type of action cannot be understood. One example I will give you. Yashoda had an elder brother, and the elder brother had a daughter, and she is called in Tamil Nappinnai. You can also compare her with Radha. We have Radha Kalyanam. Then Radha Rukmini Kalyanam and so on. So Radha is Nappinai. Nappinai is even I can say equated to Andal, Godadevi. So in this case, what happens is Krishna is a child of 4 to 5 years. Even when he was so young, the elderly people in Gokula were afraid of him. It so happened, and it all because of the decree of the Lord, all because of the sankalpa of the Lord. There was famine for 12 years. We call it avagraha or drought in English. So 12 years of drought. There was no rain. All the members of the society, all the people in the village wanted rains. And for that, they had an idea to perform what we call Katyayini Vratam, a vow to appease goddess Parvati and get rain. And this is otherwise called in Tamil Pavai Nonbu. So these are all what we call intricate, rather plot made by Krishna. So Lord Krishna, the people did not believe Lord Krishna. The Katyayini Vratam, the vow should be observed by girls only, unmarried girls only, and therefore they were not allowed to go out of home in those days. That is why we also have the history that girls were not allowed to get educated, and that was for some time. Now, so girls were not allowed to go out of houses, and in that case, it is more dangerous if Lord Krishna accompanies the girl. Lord Krishna was only a child, but when Nappinai wanted him to come over, elders in the family, it's called Kumbha. The elder brother of Yashoda is called Kumbhaha. So he wanted, then he allowed, because he thought that only a child of 4 years, what can he do with my daughter? Now both of them went to the Vrindavana garden, and then suddenly Lord Krishna became a 17-year-old boy, whereas the 16-year-old was a girl. So that is what we call Manushyatve Paratvam. I think I understand very clearly. I'm not mincing matters also. So, but how do you understand? Inscrutable is a ways of God. While returning, he became a child. The elderly people in the village did not suspect him at all. That was the trouble. So here, of course, later on they found that even the wives of sages, wives of the cowherds, sought the succor of Lord Krishna in what we call Vrindavanam. They went to the forest in spite of the advice and orders of their life partners, and therefore, so these are all certain actions, activities. And in Mahabharata war, you will understand some examples. Suddenly, using his Sudarshana Chakram to hide the sun, the disk of the sun, in order to help Arjuna to kill the opponent. And even making Yudhishthira tell a lie. Ashwatthama hataha kunjaraha. Yudhishthira was adamant. Yudhishthira was innocent. Yudhishthira was orthodox. Yudhishthira was dharmic, what you call righteous. In spite of it, he did it. These are all some examples where we cannot understand. So in Mahabharata war, we don't say it is Dharma Yuddham. It is Adharma Yuddham actually, but it's called Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre. That is the first word in the Bhagavad Gita. The field is Dharma Kshetra. In the Dharma Kshetra, where the field is meant for righteousness, righteous activities, and the war happened, where the war was so much entangled with the different cheating activities of Lord Krishna. And we won't call them cheating because it is done by him. And therefore, so many. Now the problem is to put down the demon like Duryodhana, Paritranaya Sadhunam, Vinashaya cha Dushkata. That is the main purpose. Plus, of course, yatra dharmasya hani. I think yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. We say that he has come to reduce the burden of the earth. He has created, and then he wants to reduce the burden. And the earth's burden, the earth, the goddess of earth, goes and gives a complaint to Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma, in turn, forwards the complaint to Lord Vishnu. And then he, of course, accompanies the goddess of earth also. The goddess of earth is in the form of the cow, a cow. And Lord Krishna takes up the responsibility of protecting the cow and protecting the goddess of earth. And of course, that all of us know. Now, why I say this is Manushyatve Paratvam. Lord made a promise that he will not take up arms, he will not take up weapons. Arjuna did not want him to take up weapons. That is also, by the way. And Duryodhana was very happy that Lord Krishna will not take up any weapon. He will be unarmed, though he thought he will be easily killed. So nothing happened. In that way, so when he made a promise that he will not take up a weapon, Bhishma made a promise that Krishna will be made to take a weapon. And what happens is it is a defeat for Lord Krishna, but he took it as a victory because his devotee is more important than himself. And he said, without keeping up his own promise, he could keep up the promise of his devotee. Therefore, Bhishma made him take a weapon. Then Bhishma bowed to him, surrendered to him, and then asked for pardon. This is where in many cases Kunti says Lord Krishna saved her family, her whole family. Not only 5 sons, but all 6 sons. Karna, including Karna. Though Karna went to the other side, he helped him. He helped him to go to heaven. He showed him Vishwarupam. He showed Karna Vishwarupam, the universal form. He was not very much satisfied. He showed Dhritarashtra Vishwarupam. He showed Arjuna Vishwarupam. Meaning that the whole universe is body of the Lord and Paratvam. And again, Manushyatvam is there when he is moving socially with all the cowherders and cowherds very closely. Saulabhyam, the easy accessibility, and Saushilyam, non-differentiation of the status between the individual soul and the supreme soul, where the the rare qualities counted as important among the endless number of auspicious characteristics. So that explains what avajananti mam na avajananti na mam mudhaha. Manushim tanum ashritam param bhavam ajanantah mamapi mama avyayam anuttamam. So manushya dajayam api, so even in the human incarnation, paratvasya avyayatvam uktam. So we understand that there is no change in the supremacy of the Lord. So prastuta avatara vivakshaya, we are not talking about the present incarnation, namely Lord Krishna. So manushya avastatva ukti. Yashoda takes up a rope. It is not enough. It is not sufficient. But she adds by knot some other rope. Every time that there is what we call less 2 inches of his hip size, it was not possible to bind the martyr with his hip, with his what we call bosom. And that is what so Manushya Avastatokti. So we understand Lord Krishna is treated as a human child. Tan Mukhena, through that phase, PHASC and PFAC, both cases. So, Sarveshu api avatareshu avyayaha paramaha bhavaha upalilakshi shata. Again, I think last but one letter is not she, it should be sha. I think I have a doubt about it. You can see the original.
One moment.
Yeah. So what we understand from the Krishna, avatar of Krishna is all the other avatars also, including Archavatara, including Antaryami. Your Antaryami is also as good as Archavatara or as good as Vibhavavatara, Lord Krishna, Rama, and so on. And also Vyuha and Para. Oh, Shitaha, okay. It's confirmed as Shitaha. So it's a difficult form of word. It is the extension of the word Vivakshaya in the earlier paragraph. Vivakshaya is there. Vivakshaya is a little simpler. But as Upalilakshaya is a little cumbersome. So Lakshya Ishitaha is aiming at. Lakshyam is aim. Lakshya Ishitaha is making an aim, having an aim. And Nilakshitaha is desiring for an aim. Wants to have an aim. Already Lakshya is aiming at. So Lilakshita is we want to have an aim. And Upalilakshita is, now this is what we say, while we describe understand the incarnation of Lord Krishna, it is also similarly applicable to all the other incarnations as well. That's what Upalilakshita. Upa gives you that is applicable to the other incarnations also. Upa meaning VICE, we call assistant. Upa is assistant. Meaning it also assists. It also helps to achieve the aim. What is that aim? We understand, the understanding is Paramaha Bhavaha is Avyayaha. The supreme emotion or the attitude is never changeable. Where? Sarveshu api avatareshu. In all incarnations. When Lord Krishna is understood as initially human being and then later on he is the supreme being, then in the same way all the avatars initially may be understood as almost equal to us, and then later on we understand that he is superior than anything, anyone or anything. So with this, we'll have to look at the full words of the commentary full verse of the Bhagavad Gita in the first quotation. Yeah, Maya good. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagate avyakta murtina matsthani sarva bhutani nachaham teshu avastita. So here there is a small little difference in the second half. He says he is Lord Vishnu. He is spread over. He pervades everywhere. Pervades everywhere. Maya, by me, tatam, spread, pervaded is given in the English form, English sense. Idam, this, sarvam, this entire world, entire universe. Jagat, Jagat is universe. Sarvam Jagat, then Avyakta Murtina. We don't understand him. We don't perceive his figure, exact figure in the world. We see him everywhere. We see him in everything. And we see him in every individual soul. But we don't understand. Therefore, it is Avyakta. It's not very clear. Murti, figure. We see Archavatara. We see many photos. Many photos. Why I say photos is we don't give much importance to worshipping the photos. It's only what you call chitram, chaya chitram. What you call nirad padam is a nirad padam. The shadow, the image. So all these are all. Now we must realize that every inch, every atom of the created world contains him. Therefore, Maya Tatam Idam Sarvam Jagat Avyakta Murtina. We don't see him directly. We say in Tamil, Ezhin Sirippil Iraivanai Kanbo. If the poor person smiles in happiness, then we can see God in him. That's what we say in Tamil. Meaning, so in any form we can see him, but we don't understand what form, what exact form. So then the second half is more important. Matsthani sarva bhutani. All the living beings, sarva bhutani. What about the insentient object is also included. It is all comprehensive word bhutan. Doesn't mean always living beings only. So sarva bhutani, sarva denotes everything. So all the creations, all the entire lila vibhuti. You can also include nitya vibhuti also. So sarva bhutani. You can also add muktatma, nitya suri, baddhatma in this world, bounded souls. And all of them, they remain in him. They are in me. Matsthani. They stand in me. Nachaham teshu avastitaha. I am not in them. This is simple. This is what we call something obscure when we say when we always accept the theory that he is the antaryami of every living being. He says, I am not there. Meaning, it is not I am not in them. It's not a literal. It's a literal translation is I am not in them. There must be another word to be added. Avasthitaha. I am not experiencing what the individual soul is experiencing. That meaning I am not suffering. That's more important. I am not suffering the consequences of the actions of the individual soul while I am inside. I am antaryami, there is no doubt. But I am not avasthitaha. I don't go through tribulation. I don't go through many stages of the human life with all its what we call deficiencies. No deficiencies. And that is what we say avasthitaha. You can also root through avastha is status generally, but here you can say suffering. So I am not suffering with them. So I have no connection with them. I am aloof. I am completely dissociated, or I am not attached. When I say I am not attached, uh, the uh, the mundane activities of the human life do not affect at all in any way the Supreme Court. That is what we call nachaham teshu avastita. I think I must, if you need, I will explain more. I will also add the word deformity. There is no deformity because I'm there. There are no negative aspects. Again, so avajananti mudaha. The last line only is missing. Mama bhuta maheshwaram. The Mama bhuta maheshwaram is bhuta maheshwaram. Bhuta living being. Maheshwaram is presiding deity, presiding God. Maha Ishwaram, great God. We say translating great God is Periya Perumal. Srirangam Periya Perumal is called great God. Nam Perumal is our God. So here Mama Bhuta Maheshwaram. So Mama, you have to join with Manushim. Sorry, the English translation, English version of the words missed the letter U. Manushim. Yeah, yeah, right. So Mama Bhuta Maheshwaram na jananti. Mama Bhuta Maheshwaram. That I am the presiding deity of the living being. That is not understood. Avajananti Mam Bhuta. I think show me the Sanskrit part of it. Avajananti Mam Bhuta. Sanskrit also is a kind of Manushi. Yeah. Yeah, right. Show me the commentary. I think Avajananti. Yeah. 64. 64. Okay. It looks like Mudaha Mam Avajananti. They understand my original form, supreme form as a human form. With all its defects. Avajananti Mam Mudaha. I think I don't know. It should be Mudaha na jananti. So Ava gives you something less, something diminishing. They don't understand fully. That's mean. They know only a little. Mudaha, people without intelligence will or bhakti can say karma yoga. They are called Muda. They don't have a full understanding of the Almighty in human form. In any question open to both of you.
Thank you very much, Swami. If anybody else has any questions about chapter 9 or this verse, 12th verse of Gitartha Sangraha, is it 12th? 13th verse, excuse me. or any comments before me?
I'll be happy if I see Madam is taking some notes or
Yeah, just quick reference. So, yeah. But only question is where you talked about the first verse. First verse you talked about Rama, and then you Paratvam, and you talked about Paratvam, where you mentioned about Lord Krishna, but you didn't speak anything about that. That's why I was wondering what is it. In the first verse, the
in the
beginning.
Rama's Paratvam. Rama's Paratvam. Yeah.
Not this one, the beginning of the
Rama's Paratvam starts with the very incarnation
yeah.
as,
Even
a,
before that.
as the birth of a son to Dasharatha.
Yeah,
Why?
that, yeah.
Yeah. Why Dasharatha?
Even before that Keshav, the ones first block.
Pitaram Rochayamasa Dasaratham Rupam. When gods went and prayed to him to save them from Ravana's assault, Ravana and Kumbhakarna's atrocities,
That's
he said he will take care of take care of them. He will incarnate as Rama. But what did he do? He chose Dasaratha as his father. He liked to choose Dasaratha as his father. That itself is Paratva. We cannot choose. We don't have a choice. While we are born, who will be our parents? Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya in his Bhajagovindam, rather Moha Mudgaram, the Stotram, he says, Mata, Pita, so who will be your parents in this birth or in the next birth or the previous birth? I think I'll try to quote exactly. Tate Mata Kaste Pita. Tate Mata Kaste Pita. Who is your father and who is your mother? And because of, I would all say that because two or three people have come together in the previous birth and they have been either helping or sinning against each other, we have relationship. Even a Shishya Guru relationship, the relatives, friends, you get friendship. And sometimes we go to this birth star of the two friends, and then when they have the same zodiac, we say that they are friends. Otherwise, they are enemies. Relationship, blood relationship occurs because of our connection in the previous birth also. That is also there. It is either for the good or the bad. That's the problem. And whereas Rama as an incarnation is what we call Purnavatar, incarnation in full. Whereas Lakshmana, Adishesha incarnated as Lakshmana, the Chakram, the Sudarshanam, incarnated as Shatrughna, and the Shankham, the conch, the Panchajanyam, incarnated as Bharata. Bharata was next to Rama also. He is a soft-spoken man. Shatrughna is a violent, and Lakshmana too, because he is an incarnation of snake. Kastvam koham kutayata, kame janani kome tata. Yes. So this is. There's also the exact word what I said. Kate mata kaste pita. Kastvam koham kutayata, kame janani kome tata. So this is what whereas Lord Shivan Narayana chose Dasaratha. And again, the boon was a little tricky. The boon, sorry, the curse was tricky. And please note, the curse on Dasaratha by Saravana's parents, blind parents, was also for some good. In the sense, Dasaratha was confident that he will beget a son. Otherwise, there is no prediction, there is no confidence that a son will be born to him. He was happy to understand by the curse he will be getting children. And again, there was a tricky expression, just like Ashwathama Hataha Kunjaraha in Krishnavatara. Here we have Putra Shokaha. Putra Shokaha is the word. So what is Putra Shoka is it is either separation or death. Putra Shoka, the sadness through separation or death. Death will be very serious. So separation was effective. So Rama went away to the forest. So these are all, again, starting with the Manthara, the maid in the Kaikeya kingdom, Kaikeyi's mother and father. She was the maid there. And she came to change the mind of Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi submitted to that change, allowed her to change her mind. Because she was so fond of Rama. She, overnight, she was mesmerized. She was brainwashed by Manthara. And then what is very important is, both of them knew that Rama is going to the forest for killing Rama. That is more important. And Sadha Madam will be happy to know that ladies in Ramayana recognized Rama as God, not others. Shurpanaka made a plot to kill Ravana. She knew the real nature of Rama. Mandodari at the last, Tara in the middle, Tara, the wife of Wali, understood that Rama is not human being. He's not an ordinary human being. And Mandodari, instead of scolding Rama for killing her husband, she praises Rama. Aprameyastvam. He says, Aprameyastvam. You are unlimited in power. You cannot be controlled by anything. Aprameyastvam. So here, what I said is the intuitive realization that all these individual souls, like Sabari again a lady, an old lady, realizing that waiting for Rama's arrival to go to only the Guru Loka, the Loka of the Acharya, not heaven, not Vaikuntha, not Pitru Loka, not Brahma Loka, Satya Loka, nor Kailasa and so on. She was doing service to the sage, and she wanted to go to a place where the sage went, and she wanted to do service there. That was the selflessness of the lady, and she had the darshan of Rama. Rama showed his paratvam in sending her to heaven, in sending her to Acharya Loka, and then taking the case of Jatayu. Jatayu's last rites were performed by Rama, and Rama gave him the emancipation. Rama straight away, Anuttaman, Gacha Anuttaman Loka. What is the best world? Vaikuntha. Jatayu helped Dasaratha even before marriage to Kausalya, his marriage to Kausalya. Jatayu was a great friend of Dasharatha. He could not succeed in helping by preventing Ravana from abducting Sita. All this. So these are all some paratvam. And while Parashurama is met, he accosted Rama on the way. Parashurama is of course another incarnation. So Rama had to subdue him, belittle him. And that is paratvam. People ask the very question, how can two incarnations meet each other of the same Lord? That is again paratvam. So coming to the his surrender, Rama's total surrender to Samudra Raja, the king of the ocean, again he fasted for 3 days, reclined on what you call Darbha Shayana. Adi Jagannatha in Tirupullani, called Tirupullanai. Full grass anai is bed, the grass bed. He was fasting, making a vow for 3 days. The king of ocean did not turn up. And then he said, I will dry up the ocean. The drying of the ocean, what you call the adventure, the statement of adventure itself shows the paratha. Of course, he made his arrows fruitful by sending them to what they call an island, far off island, pointed out by the king of ocean. These are all some paratvam, what you call the supreme soul's nature, not clearly understood, not deeply understood by those of us who read Ramayana. But he wanted to show that a son can obey his parents without any reservation. That is more important. These are certain qualities. Starting with the obedience to parents, Pitruvakya Paripalanam, Matruvakya Paripalanam. I would also say Matrushvasuhu Vakya Paripalanam, meaning Chitti Sandadaketa. Chitti is Matrushvasa, sister of the mother. Rather, you can say another wife of the father. Sakalatram we say in Sanskrit. Sakalati we say in Tamil. Co-wife we say in English. So he is ready to obey the orders of Kaikeyi without any reservation. Of course, the purpose of let us not discuss the philosophy behind the incarnation, saying and the purpose of the incarnation was to kill demons. But what is what are the what you call the stories, the incidents of the story showing us what does it show? Paratvam and Manushya.
Yeah, you want to emulate Rama. We want to emulate, follow, and of course Sita as well. Yeah.
Speaking truth. And it's also a joke when Sita compelled him to catch the deer for the beautiful skin. We say, because Dasharatha obeyed his wife Kaikeyi, Rama also obeyed his wife Sita. The parampara gunam, the quality of the tradition, hand-picked husband. Dasharatha was hand-picked husband. Rama was also a hand-picked husband. And Kaikeyi, what about Kaikeyi? Kaikeyi is cruelty. Kaikeyi's mother asked her husband once, Kekeyi Raja, to tell her a secret. So the secret was there were some ants in the bedroom, rather in the palace of Kekeyi Raja, and the ants spoke to each other. A-N-T-S, Pipilika we say in Sanskrit. And hearing the conversation, the king laughed, king smiled. Kaikeyi's mother asked him the reason why he smiled, why he laughed. And he said, you cannot understand the language of the ants. I can. I cannot divulge the secret. If I divulge the secret, if I tell you the secret, reveal the secret, I will die. We used to say with what we call with the gusto, the head will be split into smithereens, hundreds of parts, thousands of parts. That's what we say. I will die. He said, Kaikeyi's mother said, even if you die, I want the secret to be revealed. Kaikeyi did the same thing. Kaikeyi invited death for her husband, whereas she didn't want to invite the death of her daughter-in-law. That is more important. As a mother-in-law, she was very good. As a wife, she followed her mother. These are all certain various family relationships which we see. I think I'm giving a lot of paratvam of Rama.
No, that's okay. We want to hear this. These are all very nice Dharma Shukshmams. And obviously what you're saying is that that the different relationships that we see in this world, like mother-in-law and son and daughter and husband and wife, all these relationships, we can understand how we should be following these by seeing the examples that we get in Shastras, especially Srimad Ramayana. Whereas we should not take the example of Krishna. Krishna is giving some bad examples of how to act and how to, but we should listen to Krishna's words and we should follow Rama's actions. Because that is why Krishna had to speak the Gita, because actually his personal life was not to be emulated. But Rama, there was no need for Rama to speak any Gita because his whole life was an example to everybody.
Right. As Madam said, we had to emulate him.
So I was, this whole thing, Manusham and Paratvam, I had read this verse before, and it didn't dawn upon me that Manusham would mean Rama and Paratvam would mean Krishna, but it's very obvious when you said it. So I was very happy to hear that. And normally we hear this, mostly I hear this amongst Sri Vaishnavas, when they speak about Rama, they speak about God coming in the form of a man. But when they speak about Krishna, they say, well, no, Krishna did so many unusual things, so many superhuman things that we can't think of him like a human being. Whereas, I mean, to me, I look at both of them. They both did superhuman things, as you said, but Krishna perhaps did more superhuman things than Rama. And of course, we know, I think normally people talk about Rama being incarnation of a man, of God like a man, because the curse was that the benediction that Ravana had was he could not be killed by a human being. So that's why God had to emulate a human being so exactly in the form of Rama, because that was the curse, that in order to kill Ravana, he had to be a man.
Yeah. Ravana had a boon from Brahma. We have a two-lettered word. So Naraha, a man should not kill, can kill him. Nara can. Or Va is or. So Va Naraha, a monkey can kill him. Not anybody else.
A monkey?
A monkey. Va Naraha, monkey. Va Naraha, or a human being.
Oh, I see.
Naraha is man, human being. Va Naraha we say, according to Charles Darwin's theory, that we are all born from the monkeys. So the monkey, va naraha, or is the monkey a human being or a monkey? Now, this is a question to Hanuman, Vali, Sugriva, and so on. They are leaders of the monkeys. Hanuman misbehaves, rather misunderstands, not misbehaves, misunderstands. Then Sugriva is adamant. Vali, though he knows everything, he still does something bad. All these are all. Why there is this monkey attitude? Monkey attitude. The monkey attitude. These two, Ravana did not care. Ravana allowed these two to spoil his life. Human being and the monkey.
So
Therefore, the gods, all the gods took incarnation as monkey. Indra's son was Vali. Surya's son was Sugriva. So many.
So this word Vanara,
Yeah.
the part of the word Nara means man, and Va means. So the word Vanara comes from the word Nara in some way.
Yeah.
So it means like a man. So
Or monkey or a man. Monkey or a human being.
Okay. So it's a long A, Vanara.
Yeah.
Vanara means or man. Okay. So are we sure that these are monkeys or are they actually a different type of human being? Because in the Shastras it says that there are so many lakhs of different species of human beings. There are different types of human beings.
Different types of human beings.
So are the Vanaras, are they types of human beings or are they actually animals?
The different types of human beings.
I see. So maybe, in scientific terms, there might be Neanderthals or some type of other type of human being that we don't know of, because they had a complex society, and they had kings and they had ministers and they had so many things. We don't see animals usually doing this.
Yeah, when Hanuman approaches for the first time Rama, he comes in a disguise of sage, and then it should not have been done, because it is a protocol. He is the minister of Sugriva. He must come as a monkey.
He's come as a sage. He came as a sage.
Yeah.
I see.
And therefore, what Rama did was asked Lakshmana to talk to him, minister to minister.
I see. Okay, minister to minister.
Yeah. So if Sugriva had Sugriva come,
that's the royal protocol.
Yeah, royal protocol.
If the king doesn't come, if only the servant comes, then the servant has to talk to him.
Yeah.
I see. So they had all the protocols too. They were not really animals. They had so many protocols.
Though Hanuman was eloquent in speech, Nava Vyakarana Pandita, expert in 9 types of grammar, and so on. He missed a small.
He made a mistake in his speech.
Rama is a truthful man,
yes.
And he must have approached in his true form. That's what.
But I see. So when he first met him, he had some doubts. So he met him in disguise.
Yeah.
I see. So we can learn a lot of things from Ramayana. Okay. So anyway, the point about Krishna and Rama mostly being talked about is because they're the most famous avatars, and so therefore people know them the most, and therefore this verse speaks mostly about Krishna and Rama, but it also speaks about all avatars. And then you gave this story from Krishna Avatar about Kumbha, was the brother of Yasoda.
Yashoda.
Brother of Yasoda was a person called Kumbha, and he had a daughter. And they went to the forest of Vrindavana along with Krishna, and Krishna was only 4 years old. But when they got to the forest, Krishna became 17 years.
Yeah.
And where does this story come from? Because I had never heard this story.
In Srimad Bhagavatam.
I see, it's in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, I must be reading a different version. Okay, and so Krishna then manifested 17 years old, but when coming back, he was again 4 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a very interesting story. And so one thing I wanted to ask though was you were mentioning about Neela Devi and Radha and sometimes Napinai, and sometimes Andal is also associated with Radha. And we see in South India a lot of people, they're doing these Radha Kalyanams.
Right.
But normally in North India, Radha is not considered to be the wife, actually. She's the girlfriend of Lord Krishna. When he's young and he's in Vrindavan, he has some girlfriends, but never actually marries any of them. But then we have this Radha Kalyanam where Krishna is actually marrying Radha.
Right.
So, and then we hear sometimes from Sri Vaishnava Acharyas like His Holiness Chinnanarayanajir, he's saying Radha is the word Radha comes from Aradhanam, meaning to worship, and so she is the example. She's the paradigm for worshiping Krishna. So everybody who worships Krishna is like a Radha. So he's saying Radha is not really existing as a separate personality, but we are all like Radhas because we worship God. When we worship God, we are all like Radha, like that. So the concept of Radha is very clear in North India. She's a goddess, and she's a girlfriend of Lord Krishna in Vrindavana, and she doesn't go to Dwarka. But in South India, it seems to be a little unclear. Is she married to him? Is she separate? Is she Andal? Is she Goda? Is she Napinai? Is she,
her name is not found in Srimad Bhagavatam.
No, her name is not found in Srimad Bhagavatam. Understand? But in the section about rasa dance, when Krishna is dancing with all the gopikas, he singles out one particular gopi for more attention than the others. And of course, people say that gopi is Radha. So, and there are other shastras also that talk about Krishna and Radha being the favorite girlfriend of Krishna. So I just wanted to understand in South India exactly what because we know, that sometimes people say that the Krishna in Mahabharata and the Krishna in Bhagavatam are a little bit different because the emphasis in Mahabharata is upon the diplomacy and statescraft and the war, the Mahabharata war, and the emphasis in the Bhagavatam is all about Krishna's early pastimes as a child and growing up in Vrindavan, and not about the statesman and the warrior that he was later on. So I just want to understand exactly where Radha is in amongst Sri Vaishnava traditions, in the songs of the Alwars, in the statements of the Acharyas of Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. Exactly what do they think about Radha, and where else she is explained, about.
Neither in the 4,000 Tamil Divya Prabandhams nor the Sri Vaishnava tradition of the Itihasas, Mahabharata, Bhagavata, and so on, we don't find the word Radha at all. The Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya doesn't accept it, doesn't also celebrate Radha Kalyan.
So
they
that,
tell an imaginary character. Otherwise called Nappinai in Tamil. And that's why I said I equated to Andal Andal is an incarnation of both, most all the three, Sri Devi. Lord Vedanta Deshika says in his Godastuti, Sri Vishnu Chitta Kulanandana Kalpavalli, she was born to as a creeper in the garden of Periyalvar, Vishnu Chitta Kulanandana Kalpavalli, Sri Rangaraja Harichandana Yoga Drishya. She became the consort of Ranganatha in flesh and blood here. Sakshat Chamam, he says. She is the original form. She is the original form of the goddess of earth, Sakshat Chamam. Kamalam Ivanyam. She is like another Mahalakshmi, that is Sri. So we don't differentiate between Sri, because Sri meaning goddess of wealth. The wealth is also Bhumi. The earth is also the wealth. And in the earth only you get grains, food items, and therefore it is called Neela. So
Yes,
though we have separate goddesses, Sri Devi, Bhu Devi, and Neela Devi, we have Sri Suktam, Bhu Suktam, Neela Suktam in scripture. Though they are little different, looks like different, they are one and the same. And Sakshat Chamam Karunaya Kamalam Ivanyam, because of her compassion, she looks like another Sri Devi. Goda Mananya Sharanaha Sharanam Prapadye. And therefore, so Neela Devi becomes what we call Andal. And Andal in turn imagines herself as Nappina. Or again, North Indian Radha.
Yeah, actually, if we read Tirupavai, it seems that Andal is speaking. She is speaking about Lord Krishna sleeping with Nappinai in the house of Nandagopa. So it seems that Nappinai or Pinnai, she is married. She seems to be married to Lord Krishna in Tirupavai.
Right.
So that the identification of Nappinai with Radha comes from where exactly? That because some people say
what we call in the bhajan tradition.
In the bhajan tradition, so it's a
Bhajana Sampradaya.
yeah, smarters are doing that mostly. Yeah. So mostly
Vaishnavas do not approve of that.
Yeah, so just to make this very clear, in South India there's a bhajan sampradaya. There's a mostly these. We were talking about the three Carnatic authors, Tyagaraja and Muthuswami Shastri.
And Samasa.
Yeah, and Samashastri. Yes, and they're all authors of these different bhajans, and there are other bhajans also. There's a whole tradition of bhajans, but mostly it's the smartas and the madhvas who are doing the bhajans, and there are very few Sri Vaishnavas are actually doing the bhajans. But I do know some Sri Vaishnavas who do the bhajans, but and there's a slightly different method of doing it, the way they do it. But why is that? Why is that bhajan that bhajan not that whole bhajan tradition with Sri Vaishnava? Why Sri Vaishnavas are not doing the bhajans so much as the smartas and the madhvas?
Somehow it's not popular with the Sri Vaishnava.
Somehow it's not popular because they have the Divya Prabandhas, they have so many other things that there's no room for the bhajans. Too much room for the bhajans.
Though we say Nama Sankirtanam is very important.
Right.
You don't do it in the same tradition of Bhajana Sampradaya.
So Nama Sankirtan is very important. So we see people doing Archana. So they're doing Nama Sankirtana through Archana, and they're also in chanting Divya Prabandhas out loud a lot. But the actual bhajana is less. The actual type of bhajana.
Our tradition doesn't include that, because in the Bhajana Sampradaya they talk about all gods.
Out?
They sing on all gods.
All gods. I see. I see.
They have not single concentration.
Yeah,
One point.
but I mean, in North India, you have the Ramanandis, you have the Gaudiyas. There are people in North India, traditions in North India, where they only sing about Sriman Narayana or Krishna or Rama. So, I don't think it's. I don't think you can say that it's not. It's possible to have a bhajan sampradaya where people only sing about Perumal, who only sing about Lord Vishnu and his incarnations. I mean, look at the stotras written by Vedanta Deshika and other people. They're on Das avatars. They're on Rama and different forms of Perumal, Hayagriva. So it's possible to do that. It's possible to have a bhajan sampradaya like that. It's just that the Madhras and the Smartas, they sing about all gods. I know that, but it still doesn't explain exactly why there's no tradition of a lot of bhajans about Perumal in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. Like you say, when you go to a concert, a Carnatic music concert, you have to sit there. Sri Vaishnavas, we have to sit there while they're or a Bharatanatyam. We have to sit there and we have to watch the Nataraja scene and listen to the Ganesha Stuti like that, and then only we get to the Dasavatar and the Ranganatha parts. So, but a pure Vaishnava performance, they won't be doing all of these other things. They'll be strictly speaking focusing only on Perumal.
That is for catering to the aesthetic needs of the people, different sections of people.
So I think people sometimes they think Sri Vaishnavas are very a little bit exclusive, very exclusive, and maybe a little bigoted, only interested in their God, and not broad-minded enough to allow for all these other Ganapati and Shiva and all these people to be worshipped, even a little bit. So Sri Vaishnavas seem to be very what we call ekanta Vaishnavas. They have one-minded, only interested in Perumal, and they won't even admit to a very small degree any of these Anya Devatas in thought or in sight or in sound. So
right.
So that seems to be the tradition of Sri Vaishnavism, to be very much, and that sets it apart from some of the other Vaishnava groups also, like Madhvas and Gaudiyas and different people. So that's very interesting. And I hadn't heard this story about Krishna before. I'm going to see if I can find this in the Bhagavatam. If you can find it and tell me exactly where the story of Kumbha's daughter is, that'd be very interesting. And that's really all I had to say about this. It seems very straightforward that we don't recognize, and that was a very interesting point that you said, that the ladies all recognized that Rama was God. And that's I think we can praise the ladies because of that, because a lot of times the men have this ego and they don't want to appreciate others, whereas the ladies are always looking for the good things, and the men are always looking at some way to criticize the other person so that they can feel better about their own ego. So,
I have a soft corner for Rama. Very, very soft corner for Rama. I don't know why.
Yeah, I saw that because Swami spoke too much about Krishna. You wanted to even the playing field and hear some more Ram Katha. So I'm also very happy for that.
You wanted to have a balanced approach.
A balance, yeah. Yes. Even we say with this, the Gaudiyas, they're fond of chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. And so sometimes we say to them, okay, but you're putting more emphasis on Hare Krishna and less emphasis on Hare Rama. So
the popularity of the incarnation is more on Krishna than Rama.
What is it?
Popularity of Krishna Avatara is more.
I think amongst some sections, I think you can also find, if you go in the Hindi belt in North India, around Banaras and Ayodhya and Chitrakuta, if you go in that area, the popularity of Rama is also much greater than Krishna in that area. So I think it depends upon the community. There are communities of people who are definitely more Ram Bhaktas, and there are definitely people who are definitely more Krishna Bhaktas, for sure.
When you go to Assam on this side and Gujarat on this side, we have a Lord Krishna's devotee.
Yeah, so perhaps we can say India is a Krishna sandwich with Rama in the middle. So Assam and Gujarat are all Krishna Bhaktas, and then in the middle, in the Hindi belt around Ayodhya, we have all the Ram Bhaktas. So North India is just like a Krishna sandwich. Very nice. And South India, of course, we have so many flavors. In North India, they seem to only have two flavors, the Rama and Krishna flavors. But in South India, we have Hayagriva, Narasimha, and if you go to Andhra, it's only Narasimha in Andhra, except for Srinivasa,
Even Karnataka.
Even Karnataka?
Yeah, Karnataka got so many Narasimha shrines.
Yes.
Especially Mysore.
I think ancient Karnataka and Andhra, they're very much connected. I mean, even the script is very similar, the Kannada and Telugu script. So I think they're very connected. And then, of course, if you go to Maharashtra, you have the Vittala people. And then when you go to Kerala, you have the Guru Vairappan people, So if you go to Kerala, you better not speak about Ranganatha or Rama. You have to only speak about Guru Vairappan. And so everybody has got their regional favorites, but most of them are Rama and Krishna, except for this big Narasimha in the middle. So that's also, if we take vertically, a vertical sandwich, we have Narasimha in the middle, and we have Krishna and Rama at the bottom and Krishna and Rama at the top. So we have those are the human forms mostly. And somehow in the middle in Karnataka and Andhra, we have the semi-human, the half man, half lion type incarnations. So, I mean, people are, and then when you go over to Orissa, and you have this very different form of God, this Jagannatha, which isn't anthropomorphic at all, doesn't look like a human being at all. Looks like a totem pole, looks very, very strange to most Westerners. And somehow people are, they're totally transfixed by that in that area. The people who are devotees of Jagannath, they also don't want to see any other forms. They have so much love for that form of God, and there's so much meaning behind the form. So today I was seeing many messages and pictures were coming and videos were coming of the Rath Yatra that was being done in Puri. Because of course this year, because of the lockdown, the Supreme Court said that public cannot go, but still quite a few people were doing that Rath Yatra, so that Rathotsava. So in each different part of India, we see different emphasis on different forms. Even Sri Rangam Temple itself is a microcosm of the whole of India, because there are so many shrines with so many different forms of God in them. So you can take your choice, So whatever form you want to see today, you can go see that form.
Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha.